That's so beautiful. Oh my god. Whoever drew that. Yes, thank you. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. Sup guys, the name's Rana and welcome to Seduce Me, a Succubus' sacrifice. I have been waiting for a whole week for this game and it's finally out. Yes! Yes! That means I could play it for you guys. I am so psyched for this. I was on Michaela's stream on a couple of her streams for this week, and she said that Diana's prologue would be out by Friday, and here it is. And I would be the first one to play it and record it for you guys. I am so excited right now. Whew, okay, so with that, let us get started. My name, Rana. I'm so sorry if the quality is gonna be shitty. I don't know, but I'm just excited right now. I never would have believed it. No matter how many times I looked back on it, I could have never imagined it. My entire world was now a world full of magic and wonder, and it was all because of one person, Diana, a succubus. Diana was the one who caused my entire world to change. She was the one who brought the boys to my home, the inciting incident of the change in my life. She showed me magic and life beyond the human world, and I would forever be grateful to her for that. However, one fact still haunted me. Diana was also the one who murdered my grandfather. In an act of desperation, she had come to the human world and sacrificed my grandfather's life to get there. It was a choice she obviously didn't want to make, but one she had no choice in the matter on. I felt both pity for her and a small form of torment from the situation. My grandfather was a man I loved very much. He raised me like his own daughter, and I didn't get the chance to even say goodbye. It was a tragedy. Still, I had to understand why. My curiosity desperately clung to the word. Was there truly no other way? Diana, let's go to my grandfather's grave.
What? Why?
I want to visit him. Come with me.
Very well.
Diana was surprisingly obedient, despite being the one to place my grandfather in the grave. She had already proven to me her regret and sorrow, but I could tell that she was holding back something. I needed to know what it was and why my grandfather had to die for her. There had to have been something else that she could have done. We traveled in silence to the graveyard once more, where my grandfather was buried 6 feet under. The stone slab was as clean as ever, and no one was around. It was only fitting as the cloud sky above let rain fall upon us, and soft mists enveloped the area. It was almost picturesque. I don't know how to pronounce that. To stand in the graveyard with the atmosphere the weather was giving us. Still, we stood at the foot of the grave, staring at the engraved letters in the stone. I held a black umbrella over my head as Diana conjured a clear umbrella between her arm and side. That's so beautiful! Oh my god! Whoever drew that. Yes, thank you. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. As I looked over to Diana, I watched as she formed a vase with lilies in her hands, cupping it gingerly and becoming lost in thought. Diana?
Yes, dear?
Can you tell me what happened? Diana stared at me in disbelief and confusion.
What happened?
Like, from the beginning. I want to know everything that happened and why he had to die. Diana looked back to the grave and pressed her lips together into a fine line before nodding and closing her eyes. I braced myself for a story that I probably didn't want to hear, but it was one I had to barrel through in order to quell the curiosity in my heart.
When I was born, I was brought up to be the perfect princess. I was given lessons on every subject known to the demon world, and studied almost endlessly on harnessing my powers and ruling over a kingdom that would one day be mine. As I grew up, I began to master my powers and eventually became known as the most powerful succubus in the demon world. By the time I was old enough to be, as humans say, a teenager, I was making armies bow to me in allegiance and obedience.
I smiled a bit, seeing her lips curl into a nostalgic grin. I could practically imagine it.
Down! Bark!
Oh,
Amazing. That's incredible, Azea.
Really? Thank you, Daddy.
Sir, a message.
Huh. Hand it here.
Father?
Well, I have to say, I'm very shocked.
Dear?
What's going on?
The Demon Lord is willing to consider our offer.
Are you certain?
What offer?
oh, snap, she doesn't know.
An offer that will save this kingdom is there. A marriage proposal.
A marriage? Between me and one of his sons?
Yes, Azea. Are you upset with us?
No, I understand.
You do?
If I can help this kingdom by getting married, then I will do it.
We're proud of you, dear. We're so happy you understand.
Aww, she actually cares. And she's like, she's not like, why do I have to be married and stuff. She understands it's for her kingdom, and I'm so proud of you, Diana. I am so proud of you right now.
When I learned of my engagement, I became determined. I was confident in myself that I could protect my kingdom and become both a perfect bride and a perfect queen. My parents met with the Demon Lord, and eventually came back with the name of my intended.
James?
Reisrau, the eldest son. It only made sense. He was the one in line to take his father's throne, and I was the only child of my family's kingdom. For a while, anyway.
A while? Diana smiled, brightened a bit more as she closed her eyes and chuckled to herself.
In my kingdom, the rulers are charged with only giving birth to one child per generation, to ensure that there is no slaughter for the throne. However, as I reached adulthood, I was told that I was no longer going to be an only child.
That's when Orabelle was coming in! Oh my gosh! That must have been so much good news for her. Orabelle, little sister.
Mother, father, you wish to speak to me?
Azea, we have something very important to tell you.
Important? What is it?
Azea, I'm pregnant.
What? You're pregnant?
Yes, you will be having a sibling.
This is literally so adorable!
I was astonished. I didn't know how to act to such news. I knew of our family's traditions, so I was stunned. I was going to have a younger sibling?
Please, say something.
Finally, as it all settled in, I was overjoyed. The thought of having a younger sibling was too exciting to hold in. When I would be in the Demon Lord's castle being a queen, my parents would be able to bring up a new heir to take my place.
That's adorable, okay? I would have been exactly like her. I would have been so excited if I heard that I was going to have a younger brother or sister coming in the family. I would really be super excited, to be honest.
I'm so happy. This is wonderful. I remember the joyful looks on my parents' faces when I told them of my excitement. I would later learn that the baby would be a girl. A younger sister.
I've always wanted a younger sister. What will her name be?
Orabelle. I was given the option to name her, and my parents accepted it.
That's cute. That's a beautiful name. Diana smiled and nodded in agreement. Her eyes painted her longing perfectly in her expression.
I cannot wait to see her. When I left, she was still within my mother's womb.
You left before Orabelle was born?
Yes. I had little choice in the matter. What? What do you mean the wedding is dissolved?
I'm sorry, Princess. The Demon Lord's sons have disappeared.
This can't be. No, I must speak to the Demon Lord.
Princess?
I must speak to him! When I learned of the boy's disappearance and the possibility of my marriage dissolving, I panicked and rushed to the Demon Lord, begging to allow me to find his sons and bring them back. I was thankful that he agreed, and I spent every waking moment I had trying to find their trail. When I did, I ripped it open and came through myself without a second thought. I still remember that day. A gate spell. How could I have been so blind? They didn't just vanish. They left this plane for the human world. Damn it!
My princess. What should I tell the Demon Lord?
Tell him I found out where his sons have gone. Once you deliver the message, go back to Lilith Castle.
Back to the castle? But what about...
I'm going to the human world alone. You need to send word to them and tell them what happened.
But what will I say?
Tell them their daughter is protecting them. If they demand an explanation, tell them everything. Now go.
Oh my god, this is breaking my heart. Ah!
As you wish, Your Highness.
All right. Time to find my husband. I recast the spell and found myself entering a hospital where your grandfather was visiting. As the gateway closed, your grandfather took his last breath and passed away before he even realized what was happening.
How could he have not known?
I was draining his life energy to maintain the connection to him through the gate spell. I overpowered his will to fight back and locked his focus so he couldn't see me coming.
That's underhanded.
That's the instincts of a demon. We strategize and overpower our targets so that we can take advantage of them, human or demon.
Diana let out a sad sigh before gripping the vase in her hands.
The moment he took his last breath was the moment I realized what I had done and became racked with guilt. I ran as far as I could and wallowed in what I had done to that man, questioning everything I was doing and why I was doing it. But soon enough, I became filled with purpose once more. I had to find the boys. I had done too much damage to try and turn back, so I had to go all of the way. I shook my grief out and returned to my hunt.
Then you found me.
Then I found you, dear.
Diana looked to me, her eyes full of guilt and self-reflection.
I can never take back what happened. If there was any way I could undo what I had done, then I would. I am truly and deeply sorry.
It's okay, Diana. I already forgive you. I love you, okay? I love you. You're special. It's okay. It's okay. At least now I know. Diana was genuine enough to open up to me about the ordeal. It almost looked like a heavy weight had been lifted off of her shoulders just from the sigh that escaped her lips at my reply. As she looked back to the grave, she knelt down and placed the vase on the gravestone.
I wonder what my parents will think.
I'm sure they'll understand, Diana.
Well, I'll get to see them soon enough, I suppose, whenever I return.
About that, I'm sorry, okay? Yeah. Whoops! And Orabel, no! Stop putting false hope! Oh, my heart! Diana's smile returned at the sound of her sister's name.
And Orabel. I'll finally be able to meet her.
No! However, despite the words that rang out from her lips, her hand gently grasped mine.
I still have more to teach you, so I will not be leaving yet.
I felt glad that she was willing to stay and keep teaching me, despite what had happened. While it was her punishment for killing my grandfather to tell me everything she knew, she was willing to stay and keep her word instead of running back to where her family was. I was a bit honored. I'm glad. Thank you.
Who knows? Maybe I'll bring you back with me so you can meet my parents and sister as well.
That would have been awesome to see, but the reality of that situation just came crashing down like a wave, and now I'm sad. I'm sad. Really?
For a while, anyway. I'll have to take care of the Demon Lord, since I failed to find his sons.
Aww. I'm sure you'll be fine. And that's it. Diana's prologue. Oh my god, my heart. The fact that I've already played the second game, we've probably all played the second game. The fact that we've all played the second game and found out the true realization of what happened to her family, it's like heartbreaking and like I can't. But the art was beautiful. The ways who let me see the artist credits. Camille, Badriel and Katie. Oh my god, that was a perfect drawing for Diana with holding the vase and in the rain. That was truly beautiful and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the credits written by Michaela Laws, art by Camille, Rulli, Badriel, and Katie Watson. Music by Christopher Escalante, Chris Senbei. Oh my god, I need to stop. Michaela Laws as Diana, Damon Laws as the king, Halma Lumabas as queen, Austin Hively as the soldier, and Marissa Lenti and Genevieve Rose as the barking army. Oh, okay then. Let's just go back. So yeah, that's it for Diana's prologue, A Succubus's Sacrifice. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.